and welcome to another video. I have started this video quite a few times now, and yeah, something always happens. I'm just going to jump straight in. I want to talk about the books that I have read in October and the books that I want to read in November, like I always do. And surprise, surprise, my most read genre was romance. I am the most enthusiastic romance reader alive right now. What can I say? Nothing other than I just love romance. I have discovered 4 new authors, which is very nice because I love discovering new authors for me and falling in love with their work and then proceeding to read all of the backlist and never reading another author again because I'm so busy with all the backlists I'm reading. So I am happy that I did manage to at least discover 4 new authors this month. I had an average rating of 4 stars and only 2 books that were paperback. It was a Kindle month for me. That for sure. Yeah, we're just going to start right with the first book, and this was Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. It was a 5-star read for me, and look at how pretty this book is. It's insane. It's one of the prettiest covers ever. Okay, so I am going to read a little synopsis what this book is about, and it is a woman and her sister's fiance, a man she's always hated, are kidnapped together and must depend on each other to survive. Of trauma and darkness, something deeply emotional and unexpectedly healing begins to form. And well, it is a 5-star, so I really enjoyed it. It was my first dark romance and it was really emotional, really heavy. It was really raw and it's insane. This book starts right away. The plot starts right away. Many books only start around the 100-page mark and then the plot really sets in. Not here. First chapter and you're insane. It's insane. I really like her writing. It's so unbelievably good. Some characters actually did get on my nerves. Yeah. But it was so worth reading this book. It was gut-wrenching and it was really heavy. But I'm really glad to have read this book and discovered Jennifer as an author. Well, I'm planning to read more by her, and I would like to do so this year, but we'll see if I get to it. Maybe. And well, the standout themes are survival and trauma, healing through connection, and well, that's it for the first book that I have finished and that has finished me this month. So, the next book is an ebook. I'm going to be holding this thing very much in this video because, I don't know, I'm just going to show you the cover as well. But Love Theoretically by Ellie Hazelwood was the next book that I have finished, and it was a 3.75 rating. And the synopsis is that Elsie Hanaway is a theoretical physicist juggling with 2 identities. She is an underpaid adjunct. She's a professor by day and a fake girlfriend by night. and it's kind of funny. It's so funny. And well, when her worlds collide, she's forced to confront her people-pleasing tendencies, her career struggles, and the possibility of real love. And yeah, well, love theoretically, how am I? It was quite good, it was entertaining. I really like Ellie Hazelwood's writing. It's so bingeable and fun. I love smart STEM romances for sure. It's so Ellie Hazelwood coded, and it's so easy to read and to follow, and I did have a good time. I did like the characters, but something felt a little off for me. I think they were a little bit too intense, even though I could relate to all the people-pleasing tendencies and some other things that Elsie did, for example. But it was kind of too intense. Both main characters were too intense for me, and it just put me off a little while reading it. I was like, oh, whoa, chill. But well, I did love that this book kind of really, is it a spoiler if I say there are dating scenes, like in which characters really date, which was fun. That's not always the case in the romance books, which is kind of funny. Like, not really planned dates, you know, but in this book there were planned dates. So, yeah. The thing is, I fell for Elsie in this book around the halfway mark or something, because a thing happened and I was just like, yeah, my heart goes out to you. I really felt the hurt, and yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. It's just not my favorite by Ellie Hazelwood, and that's totally fine. And I think the standout theme is academic pressure and ambition, and like staying true to oneself, and I don't know, just this. That's it. That's it. Okay. Whew, let's talk about the next book, which was Flock by Kate Stewart. And this was a 2.5 star rating, which is the lowest rated book in quite a while now. And it's about a young woman who enters the world of Triple Falls, a place full of secrets, temptation, and heartbreak. Drawn into a web of passion and deception, she learns that love and loyalty can come at devastating costs. That's the synopsis. The thing is, the writing itself was decent, it was easy to follow, and I thought at the beginning, oh yeah, I could like this. I was wrong. I was so wrong. The character started to frustrate the hell out of me. I think it was very pretentious, some of the characters, and I was like, stop that. Sometimes unnecessary drama, very much pretentiousness, and some parts felt somehow overdone or emotionally hollow. And I don't know, the ending also left me kind of disappointed, and I was just like, what was even the point of this whole book? It didn't make sense for me, so yeah. I ended up spoiling myself for the entire series, and I'm glad that I'm not going to even attempt to finish the series, because I wouldn't have enjoyed this series. No, it's not for me. The key themes are toxic relationships, secrets, self-destruction in all honesty, and I think, well, the illusion of love. And that's not that good for a romance book, if that's my thought. It's not really, I don't know, I didn't really like it, so sorry. And The next book. Wait a second. Hello. The cats are driving me nuts today. They're driving me nuts. The next book is Daisy Jones and the Six. And another book by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It was a 5-star rating, and I had so much fun with it. It is a gripping interview-style novel, chronicling the rise and fall of a rock band and a magnetic, complicated lead singer. Behind the fame, the music, and the chaos lies a heartbreakingly human story about love, ambition, and self-destruction. And Taylor Jenkins Reid almost never misses. She is insane. This was my third book by her and another 5-star read. The interview format took me a little while to get into. It was kind of weird at first, but at some point it got really easy to read and I was just flying through the book. Because once it clicks, obsessed. I think it was so immersive, so emotional, and I could really feel with every single character. There was literally no character where I was like, yeah, no, can't see that. It was insane. I loved the entire band and I love Daisy so much. I love Camilla so much. Damn it. I love all of these characters, and I cried multiple times. It's emotional. It is so emotional, and I would like to reread this as an audiobook because I think with the interview style format and then even having it narrated by different voice actors would be so insanely cool. Like you're really watching a documentary, and that is a thought. I really need to have my grabby hands on the audiobooks so I can listen to it maybe next year. And I think it's one of the stories that leave you aching in the best way. I think it's one of the most impactful books that I have read this year, alongside Evelyn Hugo, and both of them are by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I can say she's definitely going to be one of my favorites because her work is just so insane and I'm so excited to read more of her work. And the standout themes would be the cost of fame, art, addiction, love, and creative passion, self-destruction, and you could name so much more. And it's just insane. Okay, the next book was also on my Kindle because I was apparently in love with my Kindle. And the book was Full Tilt by Emma Scott, and this was a 4.5 star, and it's about Casey, a wild musician who wakes up on her limo driver's couch, and that is Jonah. He is a glass artist with only a few months to live. And well, what starts as an unexpected friendship grows into a heart-wrenching love story that reminds both of them what it really means to live. And it hooked me from the start. I loved the topic, and I think that Casey and Jonah's connection was so real and I loved them so much together. Their connection just felt so real and they completely stole my heart. And just knowing how it ends doesn't make it easier to read this book. I think it's just so hard. It's deeply moving and emotional. It's beautifully written, and I sobbed like a child multiple times. It's actually the first part of a book series, but I'm not going to finish the series because I think for me this story feels complete as it is and doesn't need a sequel. I just want to linger. I just want to let it linger like this in my heart. I'm not going to continue this series. And Emma Scott, seriously, heartbreak, so much heartbreak. I'm going to send him a therapy bill because that is insane. And well, I think the standard themes are really love, mortality, finding purpose in a limited amount of time, and well, finding love with a limited amount of time and time and just really just loving, even while knowing it will hurt, and doing it anyways. And I think it's one of the most beautiful stories I've read, and it's insane. It's really insane. I think it's one of those books where I could see myself rereading and hitching up to a 5-star, but maybe it's always going to be a 4.5 because, well, he has only a few months to live, so how does it end, It was heavy. It was so heavy. The next book is You with a View, my second book by Jessica Joyce. This was her debut novel, and it also looks so pretty. Like, look, the covers are insanely good. And this was a 4-star read, and it is about Noelle, who after the passing of her grandma just discovers old pictures of her grandmother with a mystery man, and she sets out to find that mystery man, and she ends up going on a 2 weeks road trip with this man and his grandson, and this grandson is her high school rival. Talk about coincidence. It's also a quite emotional read because of the topic, and I have no idea what I'm thinking reading so intense emotional books back to back, but that's my style, I think. I think it was really heartfelt, emotional. I definitely teared up a few times as well. I haven't cried all that much, but I teared up, so that's that. I think the grandparents' past love story was quite interesting. I really wanted to see what happened, why they didn't end up with each other, and so on. I just really liked this book, but I think the whole time frame thing wasn't really my thing. Just like, in 2 weeks you're going to tell me, oh yeah, you're completely in love with that person? No, I don't like books. I don't like it when books just have that limited time frame. I think it's fine when the characters know each other longer, but were friends or something. over together and it's second chance romance and so on. Then I could see 2 weeks reconnecting, so on, but they were rivals and now they're supposed to like each other within 2 weeks. That's the only thing that I don't really like about this book. And yeah, I really loved some of the themes in there, like second chances, grief and healing. The job situations in this book were also a big positive factor for me, because I really liked having job uncertainty in a book as well. And I think this could be a book which definitely could help people as well who are going through this, like the loss of a grandparent. So this is a book that I could recommend. And yeah, you with a view. The next book is another book on my Kindle, and it is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Here I am, butchering names. 4.25 star, and it is about Alexis Montgomery, an ER doctor from a prestigious family, and she never expected her world to collide with Daniel, who's a charming small-town carpenter, mayor, and whatever else, who is 10 years younger than her. And it starts out as a casual fling, and it, well, turns into something deeper. And it forces her to choose between her family's expectations and the joy she's found in his world. And it was my first Abby Jimenez book, so I'm mad at myself for not picking not picking up one of her books sooner, because she was in Düsseldorf recently and I could have been there. I could have met her and get something autographed, and it would have been so cool. I literally finished the book and then saw, oh yeah, she was in Düsseldorf 2 days ago, and I was like slapping myself. But well, if she ever visits again, I'm in the first row. Okay, I really love the characters. I love the writing. The writing is so good. I enjoyed it very much. The side plots was so good that I thought I would like to read this as a whole story as well. Like, give me that. So, yeah, it was a really sweet, grounded, and well-written romance. It was so nice to read this book. It was, The thing is, it had me thinking that it was going to be a 4.5 star read or more for most of the book, but the ending felt a bit rushed for me. I didn't like the rush at the ending, so I decided on a 4.25, but it's such an insanely good book. And yeah, the standout themes: opposites attract, small town meets big city, family pressure, love that changes priorities. Such things are the themes, so Part of Your World was nice. And the next book, another book on my Kindle, was Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter. It was a 3.5 read, and it is about Izzy, who accidentally claims to be someone else when she picks up a pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks, and then she meets Blake and spills her pumpkin spice on him. He turns out to be her boss. Well, then it's a really quick and easy rom-com. You can guess what happens. It was a cute, cozy, a little fall-ish read because of the pumpkin spice and everything, and it was really bingeable, really quick and easy. Like, wow. It kind of made me want to try pumpkin spice because I've never tried it before, but now I kind of want to. Maybe I'll get to it this year. Is it even in season anymore? I have no idea. I need to look up what the pumpkin spice window is. And I love the fun dynamic between those two characters. It isn't that memorable, but it is lighthearted, enjoyable. There's nothing much that I could say against it in all honesty. I think it's a great pick if you're close to your reading goal at the end of the year and want to reach it, but want something low stress, easy, quick and fun, because it was like 250 pages, and yeah, well, you can read this in 2 days or something. And well, the standard themes: grumpy, sunshine-ish, workplace romance, and yeah, that's one of the last books. Because now we're getting to the last book that I have read in October, and it was Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's another Maybe Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Another book by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am smitten by her. It's insane. It was a 3.5 star read this time. It was really enjoyable, but I don't know why. I don't know why. It was a 3.5 star. It was fine. It was okay. It was easy. It was nice. Okay. First, the synopsis. At 29, Hannah Martin moves back to LA with no idea what she wants from life. One night, she faces a split-second decision: go home with the best friend or stay out with the ex-boyfriend. And from there, 2 parallel timelines unfold, showing her how one choice can change everything. And I loved the concept of the book, the like sliding into this timeline and into this timeline. This was so much fun, and it was fascinating to see how different life can go with one small decision. And it was engaging, it was emotional as always. Taylor Jenkins Reid never misses in the emotion department. I enjoyed both storylines. One ending resonated more to my taste. It didn't hit quite as hard as the other books, as you can see with the rating, but I still liked it. And I would like to see more books with this kind of dual path structure, because there's so many things that could be explored. And the standard themes, fate versus free will, the ripple effect of choices, and just belonging, friendship, love, and all these things. It was nice to see what stayed the same in both timelines, and what changed and what slightly deviated. That's the kind of thing that I really like to see, and that's why I want to read more books that have this kind of concept. Maybe I should, I don't know, find out if there are any other books with this concept. So this was it for the October reads portion. So now we're going to jump straight into the books that I want to read in November. Now, onto the books that I want to read in November. 2 of them are, well, in paperback, and 2 of them are ebooks. And the first book would be Not Enough by Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, another Ali Hazelwood. I want to get through her contemporary universe before getting into the paranormal romance and then the novellas and so on, you know? I just want to read all of Ali Hazelwood's work. And the next book would be Polis by Elsie Silver. And I just enjoy Elsie Silver so much. This would be a reread. And I am so excited to see my annotations because my book is colorful. Well, this was a 5-star read, so I know I'm going to enjoy this. It's just, I want to read this in bed with a candle and then just giggling my feet. I kind of want to have this as a companion read this month and just read it for a longer period of time, but I don't know, maybe I'll just get into it and binge it again. Who knows? Who knows? The next book would be Past, Present, Future by Rachel and Solomon. It's the sequel to Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, and I actually have started it last year, but I never finished it. And yeah, well, I got 70 pages into the book. Yeah, I am going to reread those 70 pages, I think, and then finish the book, hopefully, because I want to be finally up to date with Rachel and Solomon's work, and then I would like to do a whole video about her books. So yeah, but the thing is, I have planned my videos for the rest of the year, and the Rachel and Solomon video wouldn't even come out this year, so I have planned a little bit, and it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Yeah, okay. The last book is another Taylor Jenkins read. I discovered her this... No, I didn't discover her this year. No, I'm dumb. I forgot that I have read One True Loves by her. I have read 3 books by her this year already. 2 in October. And now I want to read more. Forever Interrupted sounds cool as well. I have it as an ebook. Maybe I'll get to it. Maybe I'll get to it. I have no idea. These are the 4 books that are on my TBR. As you can see, I have not, well, finished A Court of Wings and Ruin. I haven't even touched it once. I'm just not in a fantasy mood. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know. Maybe I need to try another different fantasy book to get into fantasy more again before, I don't know, continuing a series I'm already into. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about fantasy. I like fantasy, I love fantasy actually, but I'm just not in the mood to read it, and for a few months now. So if you have any tips how I could get into the fantasy mood again, please tell me, because I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. And yeah, well, this was it for October and November. My October wrap up and my November TBR. Yeah, that's it. And like I said, if you have any tips about how I could get into fantasy reading mood again, please tell me, because I need to get to the end of Akata before the next book drops. And finish Miss Bourne. Continue with Brandon Sanderson. Start the Poppy War and so many other books. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, but maybe I'll do a challenge or something. I don't know. Well, that's it for today. I hope I didn't yap too much, and bye bye. Hello, and welcome to another video. I have started this video a few times.